Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Catherine, and my mom and I are on a little mini vacation. We are going to be going up to Humboldt County in Northern California to spend a few days there. I got a couple things planned, and I thought I would take you along with our little adventures. Since this is about a 5.5 to 6 hour drive from where we live, we did have to stop halfway for a little bite to eat. So we actually just had some lunch at In-N-Out in the city of Ukiah. Now Ukiah, it is the halfway point for us. So we are going to be back on the road very shortly because my mom is getting gas for us. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Hey friends, so it is about 6:15 in the evening. We stopped at Applebee's for some dinner here in Eureka. So we're just having a very simple dinner tonight, just some chicken strips with fries. That is our dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and I will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, sorry today's portion of the vlog is kind of short, but with the travel day, there's really not a whole lot going on. Anyways, after Applebee's, we went to Safeway to get some cookies for dessert. Anyways, we're back at the hotel for the night, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Hey friends! Alright, so today is Thursday. It is our first full day here in Humboldt County. Today we got planned to go to the Avenue of the Giants, which is the giant redwood trees. And then afterwards, we're going to be going to the town of Ferndale to spend some time there. But before we do all that, we got to get some breakfast. My mom told me about this restaurant she's been to before. It's called Christina's, and it's supposed to be really good, so you gotta check it out for breakfast. Alright, so we finished eating breakfast at Christina's, and then afterwards we went to CVS, so we can each get a couple things. My mom got a travel size mouthwash, and I got a squirt bottle so that I can fill it with water to do my hair easier. And I also got 2 keychains, because I always have keychains whenever I go on vacation. And I will be getting more on this trip. So I got this one right here. And it says Eureka on the little heart. And then I also got this one right here. And it also says, oops, Eureka right there. It might be upside down, I'm not sure. And then there's that. So I got these 2 keychains and the squirt bottle. So now we're going to drive into the town of Ferndale, just to kind of look around before going to the Avenue of the Giants later on. In the parking lot of the Ferndale Museum. They open about 5 minutes, so we're just chilling in the car before they open up. And then after that, we're going to go have some lunch. And then after that, we're finally going to go see the Avenue of the Giants. So yeah, so it's been a pretty good day so far. How about you, Mom? Are you enjoying the day so far?
I'm cold.
Yeah, she's cold. It is a lot colder here, guys. It's like, okay, where we live, when we left town yesterday, it was like in the 80s, and here today it's like in the 60s, so it's about a 20-degree drop from where we live. So yeah. As you saw, we just walked through the Ferndale Museum. It was really, really good. If you're ever in the town of Ferndale visiting, highly recommend it. We didn't have a tour per se because we were able to do a self-guided tour, but the gentleman who was working the museum today, he would go up and to explain things to us and how everything was, and he was really good at explaining things. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Mom, can you give us your thoughts on the museum?
It was very interesting.
What did you like about it?
The pianos.
Sure, the pianos. Yeah. I personally like the Victorian dresses. I thought they were really cool. Oh, and I don't know if I got a picture or video of it. I'm hoping I did, but there's a cash register in there. It's this large cash register, and he told us the story of how the cash register came to the museum. It's completely made out of brass, and it weighs 300 pounds. Yeah, it's a huge cash register. I can just imagine how much money you could put in that cash register. Okay guys, so that's it for the Ferndale Museum. We are now going to go to have lunch. All right friends, we just finished lunch at the Redwood Cafe. Highly recommend it. It was delicious. I'm sorry I didn't get any video footage of what we ate, but I'll just tell you, my mom had a BLT with avocado and crispy bacon. She said it was delicious. I actually wasn't super hungry, so I just had a few french fries and a chicken breast, like a side chicken breast. I did have my chicken breast back with me to eat at the hotel, and yeah, that'll be a nice little snack later on. But right now we are going to go see the Avenue of the Giants. Hey guys, so we are now at the Bear River Casino for dinner. This is what we're each having. It is chicken fried steak with some veggies and French fries. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat my dinner and enjoy. All right, so we just finished eating dinner here at the Bear River Casino. I would not recommend it. Would not recommend it. First of all, our server, like, she barely would let us ask a question to her before she took off. And then we ordered chicken fried steak with gravy on the side. And she brought the chicken fried steak with the gravy on it. Not a big deal. She was able to get us redo it again. But when she brought it back again, I don't know if you guys noticed in the video, she put our meals on 2 very small plates. I mean, we couldn't even cut up our meat. It was absolutely ridiculous. So we had asked for larger plates, which was kind of annoying because obviously when you have meat on top of French fries, on top of vegetables, you know your plate is overcrowded, and she should have given us larger plates. Okay, so we're just gonna head to the grocery store now to get some crackers to kind of munch on, and then I will talk to you guys later on. Good evening, friends. Well, as you just saw, we just ate breakfast. We had breakfast at IHOP, and now we are on our way to see some places here in Eureka. To see the Pink Lady Mansion, and then I think it's the Carson or the Thompson Mansion, I forget, but they're like right across the street from each other. So that's what we got planned for the day, and then we're gonna be eating lunch maybe in Eureka, and then tonight we're having pizza for dinner. Yay! So yeah, so that is gonna be our day, and come along. So we just stopped by, just do a really quick stop. We saw both the Pink Lady Mansion and the Carson Mansion. They are pretty popular tourist attractions here. We saw maybe 8 to 10 people here taking pictures and videos and stuff. So yeah, definitely worth the trip here. All right, so we finally stopped for some lunch. We were stopping at a restaurant called Peppers, and surprise, surprise, I did not order chicken. Let me show you what I have for lunch. All right, friends, here is our lunch for today. We are sharing the salmon with some broccoli, red potatoes, and tartar sauce. So we just made it back to the hotel. It's about 3:10-ish in the afternoon. So after lunch at Peppers, we went over to Safeway and got a couple things there. And then right now, we're just gonna kind of relax in the room for a while before we go for dinner tonight. And then I also want to go ahead and start packing up my suitcase for tomorrow, so I don't have to do that tomorrow. And I'll talk to you guys a little later on. Hey friends, so it's been a few hours since you last saw me. And we were just about to head up for dinner now. Tonight for dinner, we're just gonna get pizza from Round Table Pizza. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. And I know I mentioned in my last clip that I needed to start packing for leaving for tomorrow. Did I do that? No, I did not. So that is how I'm gonna have to spend my evening when I get back to the hotel. Yeah, good times. Hey friends, good morning. Today is our final day here in Humboldt County. We do have just a couple of small little things planned before we head on the road and head for home. But before we do that, we are going to go to breakfast. We are going to stop for breakfast at Peppers. which is the restaurant we had lunch at yesterday. So that is where we're having breakfast this morning. All right, so we just had our last meal here in Humboldt County. We ate peppers for breakfast, as I told you earlier, and I really wasn't in the mood for pancakes today, even though I love pancakes. But after having the past couple days, I kind of felt like something different. So we just had some French toast for breakfast, which I'm not a big French toast person, but it was pretty good. Anyways, we are going to be heading on the road now and heading for home. So my mom and I just had a little bite to eat here at Chick-fil-A in Roanoke Park, and we also had to stop to use the restroom, obviously. And now we got like about an hour and 40-ish minutes before we get home, so let's get back on the road. Hey everyone, so we are about 5 minutes from home. We just stopped to get some gas. So this is gonna be my last update for today's vlog. I hope you did enjoy this little mini trip that my mom and I took up to Humboldt County. And if you did, please be sure to leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys again real soon. Bye!